So Siemens, my company, creates technology to transform the everyday of our customers and with also our society. We deliver more agile and productive factories, more intelligent and efficient buildings and grids, and more reliable and sustainable transportation. We basically transform the everyday. We bring the digital and physical world together. So what does IT do? Siemens IT is supporting this transformation of digital and physical world into one with industry-leading technology. We enable a secure digital transformation by embracing cloud for speed and agility, securing the transformation with a zero trust initiative, ensuring a great user experience and business continuity, and last but not least, unifying IT, OT, security across customers and enterprise. And Zscaler is a professional partner for us in this journey. So let's have a look at how we are executing on this journey with the help of our partner.
Thank you, Hannah. My name is Frederick Janssen. I'm heading up strategy and governance within Siemens IT. And I'm excited to talk about our first phase of the journey. For the ones of you who have been following Siemens in the past, you know that already in 2016, we decided to secure employees' access to the internet in a more modern fashion. Our previous architecture came to its limits, and we knew that with ongoing change, with more applications being moved to the cloud, more SaaS being used, and users working mobile and therefore no longer in networks which we are owning, we had to also modernize our architecture and the underlying network. Backhauling traffic and spinning up application prevented business continuity and also was a big inhibitor for user experience. And the fact that we had a very scattered landscape was also preventing us from standardizing security across our internal and also external usage. So this is where we started our journey with Zscaler to also enhance the level of security, to fundamentally change the way how we are routing traffic to the internet. We were introducing secure local breakouts. So we started at the edge and used Zscaler Internet Access to secure our user access to SaaS and public cloud applications. Of course, that gave us also additional visibility, and we saw a significant reduction in cost as well as complexity. That was also a big thing for us in this time because we knew that traffic consumption would go up all the time, and we had to do something more like disruptive to ensure that our environment is protected adequately at a low or good cost. Investing in that core architecture was also building a solid foundation, which then, of course, opened additional opportunities for us. We were able to do much more things data-driven. We were able to analyze our traffic, and we were also able to secure on the user experience to understand where applications are not performing well, where we have to also enhance our network performance. And we were looking into services like ZDX, so the experience management, which can now be used to also focus more and more on the user experience. And with that end-to-end visibility, we have really had a great set of tools to not only increase security, but also optimize our costs as well as the user experience. And maybe to also add a little anecdote here, while we were in the process of rolling out ZIA within Siemens, I mean, we had a meeting, I remember that well, in Palo Alto, sitting together with Jay and his leadership team, where we shared the plan that we would like to roll this out in just 90 days in 175 plus countries to more than 300,000 users. I mean, everybody was considering this like really climbing the Mount Everest, but in the end, we were able to jointly get there. And that was really like an impressive journey and a very good start. And I think we are still building up on that because it was creating this initial like relationship and trust. And I think that was very important. And with that, let's now see what Markus has to tell about how we are giving our users secure access to our internal applications.
Now I would like to talk about the next phase of our journey. How we secured employee access to internal applications in times of the biggest global crisis since decades. When it became clear in mid-March, I think it was Friday the 13th, that Siemens would decide to send a majority of its employees to the home office, we had to react very quickly. We already had a solution for employee remote access in place. However, this was only designed for the requirements known up to that point. An extension of that solution would have required weeks, sometimes months of preparation. It was necessary to find a solution that was not only highly scalable and quick to implement, but also met the highest security requirements of our company. That means remote workers needed secure access to applications without compromising our networks, and employees working from home needed frictionless security. Since we had already planned to take our current remote access architecture to a new next level, choosing the new solution for the crisis was not so difficult for us. Because we had already gained excellent experience with Zscaler private access in a smaller environment, and we got to know Zscaler as a reliable and trusted partner for years. But the scope and complexity of this task was unique. We only had a few weeks to prepare and less than 1 week to execute. And none of the involved parties had any experience of how this would really work in such a huge and complex environment like the Siemens infrastructure, especially without enough time for preparation, which would normally be required for such a big change. And the first step, we were talking about approximately 100,000 additional Siemens employees who we suddenly had in their home offices from one day to the next. But now, a few things came together that enabled us to overcome this critical situation. First, it paid off that we at Siemens are continuously looking at innovative ideas and new solutions. Second, it was key to have a partner who reacted quickly and pragmatic, even in difficult situations. And was impressive how Zscaler supported us during this phase. Really, everyone was always available for us 24/7. And finally, a strong joint team from Siemens IT, Zscaler, cybersecurity, and many more, which had only one common goal: keep our company running without compromising on security. And we did it together. The recognition for this achievement was great, but it also quickly became clear that the current solution would become the new normal, and that the tolerance and expectations of our users would be as high as before the crisis very soon. In addition to pure access and security, the focus was now more and more on usability and performance. The teams from Siemens and Zscaler worked hard and around the clock to continuously optimize the implemented solution. New challenges every day, but also quick solutions to fix it. Thanks to the whole Zscaler team for your unlimited support. And we also learned a lot about our own grown infrastructure. We already knew before the crisis that cloud has advantages over on-prem infrastructure, and that software as a service solutions are in many cases better than classic application landscapes. It was also clear to us that the internet would become the new corporate network. But the crisis also showed us that we must be faster with these changes. After 9 months, the result speaks for itself. High performance, mobile work from anywhere is now normal at Siemens. I would say that we no longer have around 1,000 classic office locations, but more than 200,000 additional and changing locations where our employees work every day. Thank you, Zscaler and Siemens team, for the rapid response, and let's continue our excellent partnership. We couldn't ask for a better partner.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus, and really happy to hear that also with ZPA we are making good progress. Let's now have a look at the additional topics we can do building upon the powerful platform which we have been establishing here. Now, having a scalable cloud-based platform where all the traffic is already routed through, it is quite natural to also think about additional use cases. And with that, we wanted to make sure that we are driving digital transformation in our plans and to our ecosystem. And I mean, if you look at the entire story so far, we have really got all ingredients for a zero trust network architecture, which we can now take to the next level. And all the things which apply to the user to application access with mobile users on the go, accessing cloud-based or SaaS-based applications, you could translate that architecture and functionality pretty much one-to-one also in the OT or IoT space. And with that, securing machine-to-machine traffic in our factories, or making sure that within the factories we are reaching our uptime needs, but at the same time somehow disrupt and rework the security architecture and still be equally reliable. And with that, we also can, of course, enable remote access or secure access to our factories from any sort of remote or workers. Therefore, we decided to also jointly explore together with Zscaler options to now work with the Zero Trust architecture in mind on joint solutions, which we can leverage for our activities in the factories. And what we exactly do there is something which Anthony will tell about in a minute.
So thank you very much for handing over, Rick. Definitely a very exciting topic. Maybe just a very short introduction to me. My name is Anthony Averton. I'm honored to lead an innovation team here at Siemens IT. And our role is to identify and validate opportunities in the business that we can achieve using disruptive technologies and solutions to both transform and create impact in their business. On the other hand, to generate future revenue models for our company. So I'm convinced the next decade we're going to see massive change, but also those same disruptive technologies reaching a tipping point, such as, for instance, AI. And we are absolutely convinced that we can unleash a lot of impact with those technologies if we adapt them into our business domain. And for that, we need, and we're convinced we need partners to co-create and to make this possible. So over the past 18 months, I'm very happy to announce that we've already built up an ecosystem of well over 200 partners, really from venture capital companies through to accelerators to well-established tech partners. And in this context, Zscaler has been a fantastic partner. We're working on two very concrete topics, one in the area around R&D and factory, really building up a remote access solution to really, on the one hand, optimize our business, reducing costs, increasing user experience, and as well our security. On the other hand, in product development, to create products where we can create sales opportunities together. So with that, I'd say we've got a journey well established, all going really, really well. The teams are highly motivated and looking forward to do this journey together in the future. And now with that, I'd say I'll pass back to Hannah.
So with these capabilities, as you have just seen, IT is core of the business. Hardware-based OT products become smart through IT. And Zscaler is a proven partner for us with industry-leading technology, enabling secure digital transformation. Happy to be a partner of Zscaler and vice versa.